Hi, hello, it's Leilani from the Bible in 1 Year. Today we are reading Matthew 15, verses 29 to 39. Now, here we read about the story of Jesus feeding 4,000 people. Now, the crowd has been with Jesus for 3 days. They were listening and witnessing his miracles, but they were also hungry, and Jesus was moved by compassion. He asked who among them have food, and they gave him 7 loaves of bread and a few small fish to feed them, and he multiplied it, leaving 7 baskets of leftovers. Now, Jesus wasn't just focused on teaching, but he was also focused on the physical needs of the people. This shows us that he cares about every part of our lives, our struggles, our needs, and our well-being. Now, if we can think about areas in our life where we feel a lack, whether it is in strength, our daily bread, or emotional support. This passage right here reminds us that Jesus sees and cares about those small needs, even when they seem small or insignificant or even overlooked by others. Now, God moves through compassion, and Jesus didn't wait for the people to ask for food. His compassion moved him to provide. Now, sometimes we feel like we need to be perfect or say the right prayer for God to help. But this story reminds us that God's love is proactive. He knows what you need before you ask, and he is already moving on our behalves. Now, the disciples of Jesus only had 7 loaves and a few fish, seemingly not enough. But when they placed it in the hands of Jesus, it became more than enough. And I think a lot of times we feel like what we have, like our times, our skills, and our finances, is too small to make a difference. But when you offer it to God, he multiplies it beyond what we can imagine. Whether it is a simple act of kindness, a small prayer, or a bit of generosity, God can use it powerfully. Jesus gave thanks before breaking the bread, and this helps us to practice gratitude, even when we feel like you don't have enough. It is a way to open our hearts to God's provision. We have to thank God in advance for how He's going to work in our situation. Now today, if you are facing a situation that feels overwhelming, let us trust God and see that He cares deeply. Let us offer Him what we have, even if it's small. Let us give our best to God and trust Him to multiply it. Let us make it a habit to thank God for what He has done and for what He is going to do, because He cares. He is moved by compassion for each one of us. And that is the hope that we can hold on to. I want to thank you for listening to me today. Until we read together again next week, be blessed and goodbye.